Okay, so I just ordered 3 samples of the planner. Um, so we've been messaging back and forth. Of course, they're overseas, so nighttime here is their daytime. So I'm usually up past midnight, talking to them about the samples and putting everything together, and about like sizes and resizing pages and all that, which I thought we had everything where it should be, but because each planner I've ordered is a slightly different size than the other, I don't know. Um, but I've ordered 3 samples. Um, I've ordered them all to look the same, which part of me feels like I should have done 3 different things just to see different strong suits of each vendor. But I also feel like I need them exactly the same to see which one I like the best, which one is going to hold up the best, which one is going to be the best. Um, so I don't know. Um, yeah, so I'm putting that together, and then we'll probably have to wait about 60 days before we get the sample planner. Um, so in the meantime, I'm putting everything else together: marketing, shipping policies, um, putting the product on my website. I'm trying to have everything ready. So as soon as we're ready to announce it, like everything else is put into place. Oh, 11/11. Also noticing and reminding myself that I have faith in God, not in the outcome. Um, so there is no idea of whatever the outcome that I want. I don't have faith in that. I have faith in God. And so, however this pans out, it's going to be the way that God wants it to be, and I have faith in Him.
Hopefully you can actually hear me because I'm not using a mic with this camera and this is not my usual camera to use. But here we are. So I want to give you guys an update on where we are with the priority planners. I got all the content stuff for the custom boxes, the custom kits. Um, but the actual kits are not here. Like the actual custom box that I made aren't here yet. But we have everything else. So, first of all, this is so cute. Delivering my thank you note. Can you see that? Drum roll, please. And they're my thank you cards that I'm going to include in the kits. Um, this is like having this in my hand is just so crazy. Every time I open something, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, so these are the thank you cards that will go with each purchase. I also went ahead and I made new business cards. What are those? So they look very similar to my old ones. My ring light is like super, super bright. You might not be able to see that. But yeah, because I've changed my business to not just be my virtual assistant business, but it's the brand now because I'm doing all things just organizing. And I feel like that's really why I created the planner too. When it comes to planners, for me, I prefer all the things. I want it to be as extravagant as possible, but everybody's not like that. And I think that sometimes that can be overwhelming. And I have a need for helping people become organized and get their priorities together. So I created this planner to be a high quality planner. Um, but this first edition does not have all of the things that I would normally want in a planner because I feel like for those who it's not easy for that to like come to your brain, I still want you to have a resource, and I feel like this can be that resource. So, yep. I also got custom pens. Some of them say write the vision. Let's see if you can see that. Probably not. The other ones say make it creative. And I'll show exactly what those look like. And they match the thank you cards. And then I also have stickers for the custom kit. In the custom kit, that comes with custom stickers. It comes with a custom pen and a coupon code with the thank you note just for being supportive. Because there's no way that I would have been able to like get this actually done without my support. And I'm grateful that God gave me this vision. It has not been easy. I'm just grateful that He still thought of me to be able to execute it and get it complete. So like I said before, I'm not focused on the outcome. I know that I have faith in God and not the outcome. I don't know what the outcome is supposed to be. I just know that this is something He has placed on the inside of me, and I procrastinated long enough. Like, it needs to get done. It's God's promise. It's God's plan. I'm going to allow it to be His process. So I'm hiding in my bathroom because Damaris is really loud on his game. I got the boxes, and initially I ordered them 9 by 6 by 3. Excuse me. And I quickly realized that's going to be too small, even with a little bit of space for the planners, because the planners are 8.5 by 6.5. So I had to email them my design, and when I emailed them the design, I was like, hey, and by the way, can I increase the size of the boxes? And they said yes. And then I finally got the boxes today. They look beautiful. I'm not too fond of the tan, like the gold, where it's where it says write the vision, make it creative, and the tan words where it has like my information. It looks dusty. It's not glossy at all or anything, which I didn't ask for that, but it just, I don't like it. So I think that, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have to order more boxes now. And when I do order them, I think I'll just change that to white, so that way it's very apparent for you to see. Otherwise, the outside of the box looks beautiful. My logo doesn't look pixelated or anything. I think it looks great. So I love that part. I just emailed them about the boxes being the wrong size. I don't know what's gonna happen. And I feel like initially I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what we're gonna do. It's gonna cost so much more money. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because God has been telling me to get these planners out, and they're out. So if this is something that God is telling me to do, it's God's promise, it's God's plan, and I'm going to allow it to be His process. Why would I get upset? Why would I be all up in arms about things not going the way that I think that they should go? Everything should be perfect off rip. It clearly isn't supposed to be, and that's okay. It's literally part of the process. So if God is telling me to do this, He's going to give me what I need in order to get this stuff done. Period. I'm learning so much in the process. Like, I've learned how to put the boxes together. I'm learning there are certain places you should buy certain things and certain places you shouldn't buy certain things. And even with the pens, initially I loved them. And then I realized they're rose gold and they're not gold. And when I asked the vendor about the pen specifically, they told me that it is gold and not rose gold. I didn't hear that. What? It's clear. It's very clearly rose gold. So I can't change those. So I think I'm going to order just plain gold pens from the vendor where I'm ordering the planner from. That way they match and they're pretty. Don't know if the pens are going to be good pens, so that concerns me because I love a good pen. And the original pens I ordered are good pens. They just don't match the aesthetic of everything else. So I don't know. But, okay, so I posted my newsletter last night with the announcement of the planner. And I literally could not sleep. Like, my stomach has been in a knot. And then I got up this morning and I was like, okay, let me make my post on Instagram, like announcing the planner. And I was like, oh, I need coffee. But I was like, bro, my stomach is in my butt. Like, I cannot. Posted it. And then, like, literally 30 minutes later, I got my first order. And I just, like, I literally can't stop crying. And then to see who also bought it is, like, a childhood friend of mine that, like, I love down. Love her down. And I feel like she supports me in everything. I don't know. I'd be crying really, really hard if Caitlin wasn't in my bathroom right now. But I have the inability to cry really hard around other people unless it's like literal death. So that being said, I'm just really grateful because I feel like God is really trying to do something, and I don't know what. I just feel like the love that I feel right now from my support system through this process, like, has answered every prayer for love that I've asked God for. And it didn't come in a way that I expected, but like it really showed up and showed out in a way I feel like I needed it the most. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Today is Friday, January 3rd. Yeah, so far we have sold 7. I've had 7 orders total. Okay, so I had to basically like record an updated version, or just give you an update of the end of where we are in the process right now, because apparently at some point I stopped just doing like updated, I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm having such a bad day. Apparently I stopped just giving you guys an update of where we were at the time. It's 2 + 2 4. I hope that made sense. So basically where we are at the end of this video of the process of what you're seeing is, this was sometime in January. We ended up going with the gold pins from the vendor, like I discussed, because the custom pins that I created were rose gold, and like I said, when I approached that vendor about them, they were like, it's gold. And I was like, it's clearly rose gold, and they weren't trying to hear it. So and I can't return them or anything because they are custom. So there will be plain gold pins that I got from the vendor who supplied us with the planners, and now I have the random rose gold pins I don't know what to do with. I've kind of just been giving them to some people. So they write pretty well, so you know, not an issue, but not my favorite part for sure. At that point, I don't remember exactly how many orders we had, but I know that the custom kits had sold out, and I only did about 10 of those because I wanted them to be personal, and I wanted them to include a lot and not just be the planner, or not a lot, but I wanted them to include more than just the planner. I wanted them to be a package. And so at that point in time, we had sold out of the custom planners and just sold just planners by itself. And we ended up going with just plain black boxes for the custom kits. The boxes were still too big, like they weren't fitting just the planner, but a little bit of space is better than having no space. And so packaging them, which will be in part 4, just required us adding some like packaging, what's the word I'm looking for, like some packaging stuff to fill it in, but otherwise it was fine. They did not come out as great as I wanted them to be. I'll be honest, I had a completely different vision for this, and it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to. But I still gave it my all, and I still see so much improvement that can happen in the future, and I'm just gonna continue to strive to have this stationery business that I would like to have. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So part 4, which may be the final part unless there are more questions from you guys, will include the planners being arrived. So the whole shipping process, then being delivered, the packages being packaged, and the shipping process, and how crazy that has been. And so I'm recording this today, which is Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. And all packages have been shipped as of right now. And so the next part you will see will be that.